DJ Spoo Breakfast.
Ladies and gentlemen, in studio, drumroll please.
Please welcome Mamikie Molapo. Morning, ma'am. Morning, ma'am.
Morning.
Dumalala Kaima.
Get them one in your crazy, beautiful studio with everybody so alive.
Wow, Mama Mamikie guys says we've got a beautiful studio.
Tell us a bit about your upbringing, Mamikie. Like, where were you born and what was your childhood like?
Oh, I was born in Soweto. I was born Komzimhlope actually.
What?
But then grew up Komidalens and it wasn't the happiest of childhoods. But at that time, with a birth date and our parents going through a hard time, what would you expect from some of the families? When people don't know how to deal with their issues, it spills on to their family. And that's what happened in my family. But God, being who He is, gracious, did not allow that to bring us down as children, did not allow that to bring my mother down. And so she got us very centered. I'm educated today thanks to my mom, because she always said to me, look, I don't have money to leave you. I don't have property to leave you. The best I can give you is education, and you can do for yourself whatever you want.
I wanted to talk to you about your management consultant company, because you have a lot of clients: the Department of Water Affairs and Forestry, ESCOM, SAPS, KZN Department of Education. What is it that you do for them exactly?
Leadership training. That's the most thing that we do. We do change management. We do teamwork. We do a whole lot of other things, but the underlying thing is leadership management. My belief and our belief is that as Africans, we really need to develop leaders in our country, in our continent. You know, you look at countries like Japan, where they don't have too many resources, China, they don't have too many natural resources, but leadership has put them at the top. And there are many other countries we can quote. As long as leadership is developed, we can go far. Unfortunately, our countries as Africans, we have not transitioned well into leadership, simply because I believe we started off, because we were colonized, most of us, we started off as liberation movements, and from a liberation movement into being a leadership movement, so to speak, we are finding it very hard to transition. So we're doing a lot of leadership, but we've been working with young people also in schools, because that's who we need to develop, who we need to train. I see DJ Spoo's book, Billionaire Under Construction. We need to put all those young people under construction to get them to a place where tomorrow you can sleep well knowing that you have really worthwhile leaders.
When it goes, so many graduates qualified with no jobs. How can the youth jump this gun?
Oh, very hard, hey. It's very hard. But one answer that was given, entrepreneurship. Young people need to start building their own things, however small, however big. But they need our support. For those people, if you're going to have, and I'm making just an example, if you're going to have T-shirts printed, DJ Spoo, have some of these young people. Call them in, find out, what do you do? How can you do it better? Young people are quite innovative, but the thing that holds them back is we don't support them. And as the more they see other people making the money and they not making the money, they get discouraged. So it behooves us, as those people already in whatever industries we are in, support them, however little, however big. Let's support our young people to get started. And if they fail, help them to get up again. You know, as I say, I read the Bible. It's clear. A good man falls 7 times, but God raises them up again. If you have fallen because of failure, it's not the end. It really isn't. Learn from your failure and get up and do it again. Look at people who failed in the past. Oprah, fired from her job. Steve Jobs, fired from his job.
Colonel Sanders only created KFC after 68, I think it was.
Exactly. You look at Michael Jordan being told you can't make the cut. You can't make the cut to the basketball team. Today they're selling his shoes, the Nike Air Jordans, 2.1 billion a year. They sell those shoes. Their value, 2.1 billion. Somebody who was told, you can't make it, you can't make the cut. But if you persist, eventually people will see your worth.
How do we make the road less traveled cool? So how do we make this kind of story cool? Don't give up. failure is okay? How do we change the narrative? Because people fail and they think fail equals the end.
You know, we may not be able to make it cool at the end of the day, really, honestly, because people want success.
And they want it quick.
Yeah, but here's the reason why. You all are holding up your phones right now.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's how we live. We live on social media. And young people live on the good parts. When they go out to eat somewhere, they take pictures of their food. It goes on Instagram. Well, we were at such and such, we ate such and such. When they're doing good, they put it on Instagram, they put it on Facebook. But when they're doing bad, they don't put it up there. They go quiet. Go and read my Facebook page. It's not the greatest because I'm BBC. But when things are not going well, I'll put up that I'm not doing well, but I know that a change is going to come. But yes, I know that this is not the end. Right now, I'm not doing so good, but I'm going to do good once I go through this bump, once I go through that. That's the only way in which we can make it cool.